Yeah, Salakia, camera issues. So back in Ezekiel 35 and 13. Thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus says the Lord Yahweh, when the whole earth rejoice, I will make thee desolate. Right. So that goes along with what, man? When they just said peace and safety, sudden destruction is going to come upon them, man. As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all of Idumea. Idumea is a Greek way of saying Edom, even all of it. And they should know that I am the Lord, right? So once the Lord destroys Esau and his kingdom, the rest of the world is going to know that the Lord is the one who did it, man, because it's going to be destroyed in such a spectacular manner that they're going to know that it was only a higher power that could have possibly done this, because the Lord said he's going to destroy it in an hour. All right? So from there we go to Daniel 12 and 1. Daniel 12 and 1 reads, and at that time Michael shall stand up, the great prince, that standeth for the children of my people, and there should be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that should be found written in the book. Right, and the people that's going to be written in the book are the elect, man, and 144,000, the ones that return back to the Lord, man, the ones that hearken unto his voice and repented and kept the Lord's statutes and commandments to the best of their ability. The ones who know that they are the true children of Israel, man. The ones who know that Esau is their enemy, man. All right? So the ones that don't, man, you 2/3 that want to sit there and say that, where's Esau, and Esau can make it, and we should be banging on our enemies, banging on Esau, man, you're not going to be written in the book of life, man. All right? Let me get another milk scripture. This is Jeremiah 30 and 7. You leaders of IURC, man, you need to go back to the milk, man, because obviously you can't deal with the meat of the scriptures because they're going off, man. Jeremiah 30 and 7 reads, at last, for that day is great, man. The word great means terrible, right? It don't mean great like how these churches portray it to be, where it's going to be cotton candy and Tootsie Rolls getting handed out, and it's going to be sunshine and whatever, It's going to be real bad out here, all right? So it reads, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved up out of it, right? The elect, like we just read in Daniel, the 12th chapter, verse 1, the ones that's written in the book of life is going to be, written in the book of life is going to be the ones that's going to be saved up out of it. The ones that repented, man. The one that wholeheartedly wholeheartedly lamented for their sins, man. That they really acknowledge the Lord as being their Lord, being their Lord in power, and knowing that Yahweh Shai is their Savior. First and foremost, they had those that have that name, man, because you need that name, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You need those names to receive salvation, man. All right, and those are the ones that's going to make up out of Jacob's trouble, because you know why? They know who the enemy is. They got the name of the Lord, and they reverence the Lord, and they keep the Lord's statutes and commandments to the best of their ability, man. All right. So if you don't want to acknowledge who your enemy is, you're not gonna be saved out of Jacob's trouble, man. Because when that enemy comes in like a flood, man, you're not gonna be saved up out of it. You're gonna get right in. You're gonna get trapped right in Jacob's trouble, man. Because Esau's gonna be the one that's gonna usher in Jacob's trouble. All right. This is Amos chapter 1, verse 11 and 12. It reads, thus says the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and he did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. So there you